Let me start with a moment that messed with my head. I was in the gym locker room, phone camera on, checking a progress video. Chest looked decent. Arms looked weird. One shoulder sat higher. One arm filled the sleeve, the other didn't. I laughed it off. Bad angle, bad lighting, whatever. 2 months later, my elbow hurt every time I benched. My lower back was always tight. Sleep felt shallow. Energy was trash. And suddenly, training didn't feel empowering anymore. It felt heavy, annoying, like my body was quietly fighting me. That's how muscle imbalances usually show up, not as pain, not as injury, but as friction. You still train, you still look fine, people even compliment you, so you ignore the signs. Because stopping to question your body feels dramatic.
And honestly, most of us are already tired enough.
Here's the thing nobody explains clearly. Muscle imbalances aren't just about one side being smaller. They're about your body learning shortcuts, little cheats. One muscle taking over because another one is asleep, stressed, tight, or exhausted. And modern life is perfect at creating that. You sit all day. You scroll hunched over. You sleep on one side. You train tired. You rush warm-ups. You chase pumps instead of control. You're not lazy. You're overloaded. At first, your body adapts. That's why it feels invisible. You still lift the weight. You still progress. Kind of. But under the surface, coordination drops. Stability fades. Your nervous system gets sloppy. And then, one day, a joint complains, or your strength stalls, or you feel oddly drained after workouts that used to energize you. And this is where most people mess it up. They blame genetics, or motivation, or age, or they just train harder. But muscle imbalances aren't a motivation problem. They're a communication problem between your brain, your muscles, and your habits. In the next part, I'll show you the real reasons this happens outside the gym, the ones nobody talks about. And once you see them, you won't unsee them. Here's what surprised me the most. Most muscle imbalances don't start in the gym. They start in your room, on your phone, on your bed, on your chair. Think about your day. You wake up already tired. You check your phone before you stand up. Head forward. Shoulders rounded. You sit for classes or work, slightly twisted, one elbow always on the desk. You scroll on the couch with your neck bent the same way every night. Then you hit the gym and expect your body to suddenly move perfectly. It doesn't work like that. Your body adapts to what you do most, not what you do best. So if you spend 8 hours in bad positions and 1 hour training, guess which one wins? This is why imbalances feel unfair. You're doing everything right. You train, you eat okay, you sleep, kind of, but your nervous system is fried. Your muscles are tight where they should relax and weak where they should fire. Stress makes this worse. When you're anxious, your body goes into protection mode. Shoulders creep up, jaw tightens, breathing gets shallow. Your brain prioritizes survival, not symmetry. That alone can shut down glutes, deep core, and upper back muscles without you noticing. Add sleep deprivation, and it gets messy fast. Poor sleep reduces coordination before it reduces strength, so you can still lift heavy, just with worse control. One side takes over, one joint eats the stress, and your body learns the wrong pattern over and over. But here's the sneaky part. Imbalances don't feel like weakness. They feel like being off. Like one side never pumps. Like certain exercises feel awkward for no reason. Like you're strong but unstable. And this is where most people double down on the wrong solution. They add more volume, more sets, more weight, more caffeine, more pre-workout dopamine hits. Because feeling tired feels like a motivation problem. It's not. It's a recovery and awareness problem. Your body isn't broken. It's just been adapting to stress, screens, and shortcuts longer than you realize. In the next part, I'll break down how this shows up inside the gym, how it slowly sabotages your progress, and why pushing harder usually makes it worse. Let's talk about how muscle imbalances actually ruin your gym progress without announcing themselves. Because they don't scream, they whisper. You notice one side always taking over. One arm locks out first, one leg feels dominant on squats. One shoulder burns while the other just exists. You adjust your grip, you shift your stance. You tell yourself it's normal. And, for a while, it works.
This is where bodybuilding culture accidentally makes things worse. We chase numbers, pumps, and mirror feedback, not control, not balance. So your strongest muscles start bullying the weaker ones. Your chest overpowers your upper back. Your quads dominate your glutes. Your front delts steal everything from your shoulders. Your lower back does the job your core is supposed to do. The scary part? Strength still goes up at first. That's why nobody stops. But internally, your body is getting inefficient. Every rep costs more energy. Your nervous system has to work harder to stabilize sloppy movement. So workouts leave you drained instead of energized. That's when burnout creeps in. You finish a session and feel flat. No mental clarity, no mood lift, just fatigue. You start needing caffeine just to train. Dopamine from PRS replaces actual recovery. And the gym slowly becomes another stressor instead of a release. Here's a truth I had to learn the hard way. Pain is a late signal. Fatigue is an early one. If you always feel tired after training, if sleep doesn't feel restorative, if your motivation drops even when life is okay, your body is telling you something's off. And this is where people mess up again. They rest completely, or they quit, or they blame discipline. But the solution isn't doing less, it's doing things more clean. In the next part, I'll show you the small, boring, unsexy fixes that actually rebalance your body. No rehab fluff, no physical therapy voice. Just stuff real people can do, even when they're exhausted.
This is the part nobody likes, because the fixes don't look impressive. No crazy exercises, no fancy equipment, no destroy your weak side mindset. Rebalancing your body starts with slowing down just enough to feel what's actually working. The first shift is attention, not motivation, attention. Pick one or two lifts where you always feel uneven. Rows, lunges, presses, anything unilateral. And instead of chasing weight, chase sensation. Ask a simple question mid-rep. Which muscle is doing this? If you can't answer, that's your problem right there. Lower the weight. Yes, it hurts the ego, but control wakes muscles up faster than intensity ever will. 3 clean reps with focus beat 10 sloppy ones every time. Next comes the stuff outside the gym that everyone ignores because it feels too small. How you sit matters. If you're always twisted toward one side, your body learns asymmetry as normal. Switch sides. Sit square. Put your phone at eye level sometimes. These aren't posture hacks, they're pattern interrupts. Sleep position matters too. If you always curl the same way, one side stays shortened for 8 hours. Try changing sides occasionally. Even that tiny change adds up. Now, here's the part most people skip. Breathing. When stress is high, breathing gets shallow. That shuts down your deep core and glutes without you noticing. Before workouts, take 1 minute. Slow nasal breaths, long exhales. You're telling your nervous system it's safe to move evenly again. And don't ignore recovery just because you're young. If you're scrolling until 2 a.m., under-eating protein, and training 5 days a week, your body will choose efficiency over balance every time. That means more compensation, more imbalance. Fixing this isn't about discipline, it's about removing noise.
And in the final part, I'll show you how to turn all this into a sustainable way of training that actually gives you energy back instead of stealing it. Here's the mindset shift that changed everything for me. Your goal isn't perfect symmetry. Your goal is cooperation. A balanced body isn't one where everything looks identical. It's one where no muscle has to scream to do someone else's job. When that happens, training feels different. You leave the gym clearer, lighter. Sleep improves, mood stabilizes. You stop needing constant stimulation just to feel on. That's how you know you're doing it right. The biggest mistake people make is treating imbalances like a flaw, something to attack, something to fix aggressively. That just creates new ones. Instead, think of your body like a tired team. Some members are overworked, some are undertrained. Your job isn't to punish the weak ones. It's to stop overusing the loud ones. This means being okay with slower progress for a while, being okay with lighter weights, being okay with training that feels calm instead of chaotic. And yeah, it's boring at first, but boring is what builds trust. And once your body trusts you again, progress comes back fast, cleaner, safer, more sustainable. You'll notice less joint irritation, more consistent strength, better pumps on both sides. And most importantly, you'll stop feeling like training is draining your life force. Here's the quiet truth. Most people who feel lazy aren't lazy. They're dysregulated, overstimulated, under-recovered. Their body is constantly compensating, and compensation is exhausting. Fix the imbalance, and motivation often fixes itself. So if something in this video felt uncomfortably familiar, take that as a signal. Not fear, not shame, just information. Start small. Pay attention. Train clean. Sleep like it matters. Put the phone down sometimes. Breathe before you move. If this helped you see your body differently, do me a favor. Share it with someone who trains hard but always feels tired. And if you want more honest fitness conversations like this, you know what to do. Your body's been adapting to you for years. It's time you adapted to it, too.